Think of boundaries like invisible fences we build around ourselves. These fences are not meant to keep people out entirely, but rather to create a clear understanding of where we stand. They define where we end and others begin. This distinction is crucial because it helps us maintain our individuality and personal space. They help us decide what we will and won't accept from others. Boundaries act as guidelines for how we want to be treated and what behaviors are acceptable in our interactions. Boundaries are essential for healthy relationships, both with ourselves and with others. They foster mutual respect and understanding, allowing us to connect with others without losing ourselves. They're crucial in our personal lives and equally important in our professional lives. In the workplace, boundaries help us manage our time, energy, and responsibilities effectively. Without boundaries, people can walk all over us. This can lead to feelings of being overwhelmed and undervalued as our needs and desires are constantly overlooked. This can leave us feeling drained, resentful, and even disrespected. When our boundaries are not honored, it can take a toll on our mental and emotional well-being. Setting boundaries is about taking care of ourselves. It's a form of self-care that allows us to prioritize our own needs and maintain our well-being. It's about having the self-respect to say, "This is what I need." By clearly communicating our boundaries, we empower ourselves to create healthier and more fulfilling relationships. Boundaries come in different forms. We have physical boundaries. These are about our personal space and bodies. Physical boundaries are essential for our well-being. They help us define how close others can get to us and what kind of physical interactions we are comfortable with. We need to feel safe and comfortable. When our physical boundaries are respected, we can relax and feel at ease in our surroundings. For example, we can say no to unwanted physical contact. This might include anything from a handshake to a hug, or even just someone standing too close for comfort. Then there are emotional boundaries. These are just as important as physical ones. These protect our feelings and self-worth. Emotional boundaries help us manage our emotions and ensure that we are not overwhelmed by the feelings of others. We don't have to share our innermost thoughts if we don't want to. It's perfectly okay to keep some things private. We can choose who we confide in and when. This allows us to build trust and intimacy with those we feel safe with. Mental boundaries guard our thoughts and opinions. They help us maintain our intellectual independence. We don't have to agree with everyone. It's important to recognize that our thoughts and opinions are valid, even if they differ from those around us. It's okay to have different viewpoints. Healthy discussions and debates can lead to growth and understanding. We can politely disagree and move on. Respecting mental boundaries means acknowledging that it's fine to have diverse perspectives. Finally, we have spiritual boundaries. These are deeply personal and often tied to our core beliefs. These relate to our beliefs and values. Spiritual boundaries help us stay true to our faith and moral compass. We don't have to compromise our beliefs for others. It's important to stand firm in what we believe, even if it means going against the crowd. We can respectfully decline to engage in activities that go against our values. By setting and maintaining these boundaries, we protect our spiritual well-being and stay true to ourselves. Boundaries are crucial in the workplace too. They help us protect our time, energy, and mental health. Setting clear boundaries around work hours is essential. It prevents work from spilling over into our personal lives. We have the right to say no to unreasonable workloads. We can politely negotiate deadlines or ask for help when needed. Remember, taking breaks is not a luxury, it's a necessity for productivity and well-being. Boundaries are essential for our well-being. They are the invisible lines that define our personal space, both physically and emotionally. They bring peace by reducing conflict and resentment. When everyone knows their limits, harmony is easier to maintain. When we set clear boundaries, others know what to expect from us. This clarity fosters mutual respect and understanding. This minimizes misunderstandings and arguments. Clear boundaries act as a guide for acceptable behavior, making interactions smoother. Boundaries also protect us from being taken advantage of. They empower us to say no when necessary without feeling guilty. They help us avoid burnout and maintain healthy relationships. By setting limits, we ensure we have time for self-care and relaxation. When we respect our own limits, others are more likely to respect them too. This mutual respect strengthens our connections with others. Most importantly, boundaries are an act of self-respect. They are a way of acknowledging our own worth and prioritizing our needs. They show that we value ourselves and our needs. Engaging in activities that bring us joy is a testament to our self-worth. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's a way of honoring ourselves and our well-being. It allows us to live authentically and with integrity, ensuring that we can give our best to others without compromising our own health and happiness. Many people struggle with setting boundaries. Some common problems include, we want everyone to like us, so we say yes to everything. This can lead to resentment and burnout. We avoid saying no because we're afraid of upsetting others. However, honest communication is key to healthy relationships. We feel guilty setting boundaries, especially with family and friends. Remember, it's okay to prioritize our own needs. We struggle to communicate our boundaries clearly and respectfully. Learning to say no politely but firmly is essential. Setting boundaries takes practice. Here are some practical tips. What are you willing and unwilling to tolerate? What are your non-negotiables? Begin by setting boundaries in less challenging situations. As you gain confidence, you can tackle tougher ones. Communicate your boundaries clearly and respectfully. Use I statements to express your needs. Enforce your boundaries consistently. Don't give in to pressure or guilt trips. Taking care of yourself helps you stay strong and resilient, making it easier to maintain your boundaries. Not everyone will be happy with your newfound boundaries. Here's how to handle resistance. Avoid getting defensive or angry. Listen to their perspective, but stand your ground. Calmly and firmly repeat your boundary. You don't need to justify or apologize for it. If someone repeatedly disrespects your boundaries, you may need to limit contact with them. Talk to a trusted friend, family member, or therapist for support and guidance. Boundaries look different in different relationships. With family, it might involve setting limits on unsolicited advice or expectations. With friends, it could mean saying no to favors that you don't have the time or energy for. In romantic relationships, boundaries are crucial for maintaining a healthy balance of intimacy and independence. This includes respecting each other's need for space, time alone, and different interests. In marriage, boundaries are essential for a strong and loving partnership. They help couples maintain their individual identities while fostering mutual respect and understanding. Setting boundaries around finances, parenting styles, and communication can prevent resentment and conflict. Open and honest communication is key to negotiating these boundaries effectively. Teaching children about boundaries is crucial for their development. It helps them learn self-respect, responsibility, and healthy relationship skills. Setting age-appropriate limits on behavior, teaching them to respect others' physical space, and encouraging them to express their needs assertively are all important aspects of raising respectful and well-adjusted children. Mastering boundaries is a journey, not a destination. It takes time, practice, and courage. But the rewards are immeasurable. Boundaries empower us to live more authentic, fulfilling lives. They allow us to show up as our best selves in all areas of life. Remember, setting boundaries is a gift you give to yourself and those around you. It's an investment in your well-being and the health of your relationships. So start setting those boundaries today and experience the transformative power of taking control of your life.